Welcome to another episode of the GSatTrack How-To series. In this video, we're actually going to kick off a new series of videos that discuss how to set up an account the first time to make the most usage of it. We've highlighted all the different parts, everything from the navigation panel to where we can go to activate reports, but how do we go about setting this all up so it all makes sense? This video is going to kick off that process and show you what you can do to start. So let's begin at the beginning. The first thing that we should do when we enter our account the first time is go through the walkthrough. If we are familiar with that piece, we can certainly go to skip and move on to the next step, which should really be configuring our version of GSatTrack. And we do that by going to Preferences. As a brand new administrator, I have no rules set for me. I don't have a standard language set. My time zone is probably not correct, and how I want to view my map is also not set. So the first step, before I even add an asset, is to come in and set the guidelines for how I am going to interact with GSatTrack. I'm going to do that by going to Preferences. Next, I'm going to change my time zone because the other metrics that are measured, which are standard, the most important piece to me would be that it has the correct time zone. Next, I can choose whether I want my default map to be live or historical. I'm going to keep it live to make it useful for me. If I want to put in a time frame of available history from the map immediately, which means there's a historical information from the very beginning, every time I open it, I can do that. So if my job is to look at the last week's worth of history, I can always make it so I have that information available. I can also change to remove historical positions by time and move roads from satellite maps. I can change those parameters here. Play audio on emergency. I'm definitely going to click that. So if there is someone who triggers an SOS, I'm going to be notified on my portal. Once that's done, I'm going to save my changes. The next piece is to view my profile. As an administrator, I understand I have full functionality, but maybe I want to change my password, or maybe I want to go ahead and change some of my security functions. I've highlighted this in other videos, but again, this is what we would do our first time out. Once our preferences are set and our configuration is set, we can then go about setting our portal up with the appropriate assets and start moving through the pieces of what we should do and when. Thank you for joining us for this new series, and I look forward to the next steps.